Oh, heavens. I appear to have put myself on the wrong webpage. Ah, the right webpage. But am I on the internet? Yes. The only place to find me. At least for now. If one were to try really hard, they might find me some other places that I prefer they didn't. Like work. Gross. Anyway, Miles Edgeworth Uno. Putting the ace in Ace Attorney. Ace Investigator? Ace Investigator. Let's stop for a second. Wait a minute. This game, believe it or not, he is an Ace Attorney, but this is called Ace. Is it Ace Attorney Investigations? Yes, it is. Collection, whatever. 6 of one, half dozen the other. Oh yeah, we'll finish the soap opera case today, and then we'll. Oh right, this fucking scene. Then we'll move on to case 4, which I remember liking case 4 because it takes place in the past, and we get to see young Edgeworth, which is adorable. Young Francesca, young Gumshoe, Clover, hello, Badgerflex. Again with the slander, Ronald Flexington. Can you believe she would say that about you? You don't even have the beard or the sunglasses or the guns or the belly warmer. You don't even have legs. And she's slandering you this way. We are at the end of case 3, yes, Jeppo. Anyway, guns! Could this gun be the actual meta weapon? Apparently yes, because it says used to kill Deacon. I'm hoping they mean the man and not, an actual church deacon. Trip to the beach, Hug. Oh, yes, you are on your way to the beach, aren't you? Did the actual costume for the Badger have the gun ripped off? A costume did. Perhaps not both of them, because they're both missing. Well, I guess they aren't anymore. We had the severed head, and we had a costume with the gun ripped off. We now have a new head, a new costume with the gun still intact, and what would in theory be the missing gun. I'm hugging him now, gee. There you go. The impatient Clover getting a hug in for Ron Flex. Ugh. I know. Her digital hugs can only heal the insult she flings so much. We'll be seeing Manfred? We will see Manfred. Actually, I don't know if you missed it. I hugged him at this point. This bullet hole, it looks kind of burnt around the edges. That would suggest it was very close. The gunshot bang. The whole, scorch mark thing. Wait! Those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. That is the most important fact. Why is that? Because it is proof the victim was shot at point-blank range. No Gregory yet? No, that's the next game. Wasn't there only one of each costume? There are 2 of each costume. The Pink Badger one is still kicking around. Moving, then immediately going to the beach. Based. Just move to the beach. Easy. Definitely affordable as well. What's this? Looks like there's something inside the costume's head. Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable. Sorry, they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they here? Undoubtedly, that'd be the haunted house mirror from last time. Can't afford those prices. It is crazy how if you go even at least the beach where my parents retired to, if you go a little bit inland, prices drop like a rock. It's actually really affordable inland. The problem is there's not exactly a lot of jobs out in kind of rural. I don't want to say exactly where they are, but not a lot of high-paying jobs out there, and yeah, the jobs that are available still can't really afford those places. Sadly, if you get to work from home, you could probably make it work. Ahem. But I should be so lucky. This is Ernst. Ernest. Ernst. Ernest. It's not spelled like Ernest normally is. Maybe it is like the name. I confess I haven't seen the name Ernest in a minute. Well, these not the most definitive piece of evidence you've ever seen. Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. Apparently not. Yeah, no, I love like even the designs are so like Nepo baby soap opera ass. She accidentally killed her dad that she didn't know was her dad because they were planning to kidnap her boyfriend, but he was in on it the whole time, and there was betrayal. It's such a fucking soap opera. I love it so much. Who's this jabroni? That's his son, the kid who was quote unquote kidnapped. Although it seems like he staged his own kidnapping. Lens. New Astrobot DLC, final level. Nice. Which, did Okage finally get added to Astrobot, or is it still not worth playing? Make no mistake, the fingerprints are on that murderous gun. And they prove it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense. Saying we can smack the guy. We rarely assault people in these games. They added Cloud and 2B. So they basically got Square Enix's approval. Got it. The fingerprints on the weapon. Oh no, this isn't helpful at all. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save a Lolly. Seems an awful lot like you want her to go down for murder. But in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That may be all you can do, however. I still have a case to solve and a job to do. And the job of unraveling your insidious lie. You wound me. Why won't you believe me even in the face of all this evidence? Chrono Cross Pro Tag? I don't actually know what Chrono Cross is. I thought Chrono Cross was a... I know it's on the DS, which I don't know what it's doing on Sony, right? But I thought Chrono Cross was like a remake of Chrono Trigger. So I don't know what Chrono Cross is. I was informed I was not right when I thought that. I believe Nathan, who isn't here, told me as much, but I do not know what Chrono Cross is. Unless you're working remotely. True. Freelancing can pay a lot if you're successful at it. No. Well, even just work from home. But, yeah, I know some people who do work from home, and they make a decent enough living for where they live. It's honestly enough for me to be like, I should honestly get a job there, since apparently it pays really well, and I wouldn't have to leave my house. It would be so nice. Ah, there are fingerprints on the murderous gun.
Hold it!
Is he sick? What, this guy or the guy I know? Because the guy I know is not sick. This guy is sick in the head. Chrono Cross is the sequel to Trigger. Really? I never knew it got a sequel. Chrono Cross is a PS1 game. Oh, that's true. I knew that. I think... Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I have to check something. I'll be right back. Ron Flex vamp for me. You're good at that. Okay, I'm back. Nathan, is he sick or busy with work? I don't know. I mean, I actually have an inkling, but it's his personal life, and I'm not sure I want to talk about that, or he would appreciate me talking about it. Okay, so this is part of my confusion. Hitting the road lurk time. This is part of my confusion and what I ran off to get. I have a couple of PS1 games still kicking around. Look at that jewel case, baby. You'll love to see it. This is a combo on the PS1 of Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger. I think my camera's flipped, unfortunately. But, yeah, you can see it's Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV. So, yeah. It's called Final Fantasy Chronicles, is officially what this is listed as on, like, the side of the jewel case. But that's part of my confusion as to why I thought Chrono Cross was a sequel on the DS, because I have Chrono Trigger on the PS1. And I'm like, oh yeah, the PS1 game, Chrono Trigger. The thing on the back of the box says it's about time. Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger, yeah, I guess it is about time, isn't it? When these games came out, they defined what adventure should be. Since then, they have become the most popular and sought-after titles in history. I miss video games. Obviously, I'm playing a game, but I miss games that were like this. Miss games that were like that. Here's your jewel case with advertisements on the back. Final Fantasy IV was previously released as Final Fantasy II, but has been completely restored with new magic, monsters, items, CG cinemas, not cinematics, cinemas, and added features. Really? Wow. Damn, I'm kind of intrigued by that now. On the back, it just looks like Final Fantasy II, but on the front, they've got like full-on CG cutscenes. That's kind of interesting. Final Fantasy Anthology? I mean, I guess. Chrono Trigger is a re-release of the original game. The time-traveling prequel to Chrono Cross. Wow, I'm an idiot. Is enhanced with all new animated scenes. Cool, this has animated scenes. That's a relic, that is. That's cool. Alright, put that aside. Back to this game. My PS1 catalog is not what I would call, like, thorough by any definition, but it is cool. I've got some bangers on the PS1 over there. I have Final Fantasy VII, I have 9, I have Legend of Dragoon, I got that, obviously. There's some good shit in there. It's mostly RPGs, though. I will say that. 6 was originally 3 in the West. Yeah. That's because 1, 2, and 3 never made it to the West. So they did 4, 5, and 6, and they just made them Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3. Which honestly fucked me up. When I think Final Fantasy 3, I still think Kefka, which is not right. That's 6. Are you sure they belong to Miss Pops? There's no mistake about it. Through my connections, I had the best forensic techniques money can buy performed. I find that to be a bit peculiar. What? Are you trying to make an argument with me? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Are they her fingerprints on the gun? I mean, she claims she shot it. So, like, I'm not gonna raise an objection here. Perhaps I should wait and see how this pans out first. Prove us all who killed Oliver. Hold it! Who are we thinking did the murder? We're thinking it's Lance. You sure are calm for someone who's accusing his own girlfriend of murder. You have it all wrong, allowing her to pay the price as a form of love. She says that she also wants to pay back her debt to society, but... Debt to society? Hold it! And why do you believe the king was set on taking Miss Pop's life? I suppose it's because he wanted to silence her, to keep her quiet because she knows the truth behind the kidnapping. In that case, why did he not target you as well? That's because he knew if he killed me, he wouldn't be able to control my father. Right you are. Even if it cost me millions, I would have had the killer found. I believe he didn't kill you for an entirely different reason. However, I digress. Look, more than why he didn't kill me, I'm worried what will happen to Lolly. He's been underwater for some time. Unlikely fingerprints are good enough condition to be positively ID'd. I asked about that. And Clover mentioned it really depends on, like, the technique and, like, if the fingerprints are really embedded on there. So, maybe. But no, it was thrown into the sea, so that is worth remembering. Needs to pay his first before talking about others' pay. Oh yeah, his loan, absolutely. Hold it! I guess the only thing to do is raise an objection at her fingerprints on the gun. Justified self-defense, I suppose that's possibility, given the circumstances. Really? No, thank goodness. However, self-defense was not necessary in this case. What do you mean? Miss Pops is innocent. She didn't do anything, so why would she need to defend herself from nothing? You still don't believe a word I say, do you? This entire argument hinges on the fact that her fingerprints are on the gun. I just don't understand how... What's my argument for they're not on the gun? Like, that he forged the testing? I think this is it, the first one. or that, like, his testing was wrong. I'm just not sure what my argument here is. I'll raise an objection, though. Let's see. Dump him, oh, well. Listen, Lauren's kind of a lunatic, so... Don't know if she'll dump him, but good advice, I agree. Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Popsprints should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Popsprints should not be on the beat. Oh, right, she was dressed in a costume. Duh. Fucking duh. Of course. The evidence for that would be the costumes, I guess? I don't... It seems... I'm not sure there's like a real... I wish there was just like fingerprints or the costume itself. I guess stolen costumes is the costumes, right? 87 years since you've been here. Ellie, hello, hello. Always nice to see you. Been worried about you. Glad to see you're chiming in at least. It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Under a lot of stress, he had to take a mental break. Hey, no worries. You do you. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh? But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time? Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house. To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. Saw Token streaming, came to check in. Well, thrilled to have you, Ellie. Thrilled to know you're doing all right. Or at least all right enough to check in. Frankly, without you, been too many dudes around. Fucking Jeppo and Arg to talk to. It's all wrong. Tim occasionally checking in. Ugh. Not having it. Miss women in my chat. And there you have it. This is when Miss Pops prints. And that's not... Listen. What do you mean, wow? I miss women in my chat. Listen, no, the ratio was all wrong. Penguin Clover, please, no. The ratio was all wrong. It was a tie between men and women at that point. I need the women to outnumber the men so that there's, like, intelligent comments coming in. Listen, I'm a great example. Men are stupid. All right? We'll say whatever comes into our head and not think the least bit about that. Do I need a shovel? No, I got this. I'm an idiot, all right? Ignore what I say. We all know I'm an idiot. You watch the stream. You know I'm an idiot. I want more women in here because they're obviously smarter and I want, like, their opinions on things. Can confirm. See, I'm an idiot. I'm only gonna keep digging myself deeper. Listen, the ground is nice and cool, all right? And this summer, maybe that's what I want. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. But you don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer. You seem very adamant about insisting your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer. Oh, Lance! What? No, I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that is not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves the real murder was not committed in the stadium at all. I'm gonna assume it's the glass? Because it's from the haunted house mirror, right?
Take that!
Apparently not. Okay. We're not there yet. 0! It's at least a 6.8 out of 10. Edgeworth annoyed he got a 0, even though his best argument is 68%. Okay, so what was the evidence? There must be something that invalidates it. The evidence, the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. Going to the gym and bought a guided journal and a regular journal. Just keep track of your thoughts and feelings. I'll be better soon, so hopefully, until then, I have y'all in my IRL friends. Nice. Writing a classic form of therapy. Also bullying me. Just saying, classic, tried and true form of making people feel better. Why couldn't they have been at the stadium? proves it was not committed at the stadium. It's not the sword. It's not the gun. It's hardly that. Hardly that. No. Oh, maybe. Bullying used cathartic. Can confirm bullying him always makes you feel better. See? People get it. It might be this, because it was shot at point blank, right? And the whole thing with the stadium was, he was up on stage and she was down on the ground, is the working theory?
Take that!
Yeah. Let's take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you will see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. This is the part of the costume that proves it. It's right there.
Take that!
The burn around the bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range. Ah! So then, you mean the murder Miss Oldbag saw at the stadium really was? Yes. She saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn. Arrgh! Hey, look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. It's 7-9. My voice is really not liking all this Miles Edgeworth I'm doing. It's 7-9. Need to look at the list and see if you can torture me. Oh, I need to update the list, I think, because, Spider-Man got picked, as well as the WarioWare game. So I have to remove those. Yes. The list is shrinking. I've also decided at this point the next game that's going to be on, like, Streamer's Choice is Deus Ex Human Revolution, because I'm sick of mentioning that game. And continue for 91 miles. It's like driving to college back in the day. But yeah, right, Deus Ex Human Revolution, since, you know, I keep mentioning that game and it's saying I want to play it on stream, and then no one ever requests it. Thank you, Arg, for the Battle Royale. Ahem. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is, then? Really into pink. Pink. Yo, I've been into pink, if you know what I'm saying. Women flee from me. You've been into Peak. That's the co-op mountain climbing game. I've seen people playing that, and it seems like something that's better played. Because I saw one stream of it, and I'm like, alright, I got everything I need out of this. I have no interest in watching more of the content. However, it does seem like it would be fun to play. Lance set me up to look like Mystique in the back of the hideout. It's enjoyable to play, especially with the friendos. Yeah, it's there's been an uptick in the whole co-op friend game that's very streamable. They get a bunch of streamers to play it, and then everyone goes, I want to play this with my friends. That's like Lethal Company, that's, what's the one where you're like Muppets? Repo, Phasmophobia. A lot of games like that. Arg won, hey, he started it. Congrats, Arg, on winning the Battle Royale you started. The murder must have happened prior to that. And if the location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was... I've got it! I know the real scene of the murder! The real location which Mr. Deacon was killed at is here! That's the haunted house, obviously.
Take that!
Can I add mod game to the wheel? Is that legal? What is mod game? Friends can betray you? Oh, in Peak especially. Yeah, I don't know what mod game is. Oh, you mean a game the mods can play? I kind of prefer to make that, like, a special occasion. Like, I get the mods together and we play this. A game with your faithful mods. Yeah, exactly. I'd prefer to make that, like, a special occasion thing. You know what? I might do that for my real birthday this year. I might be like, hey, mods, come out with my real birthday and bully me in Jackbox or whatever. That way, you know, all the mods can get in a month. My real birthday! I actually do have something planned for my fake birthday. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house? Yes, and I have proof that it is highly likely the victim was killed there. What proves the real scene of the crime was the haunted house. Now it's the glass.
Take that!
These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. Fragments of a mirror. A mirror? What does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume. Are you interested in Mariomon or Too Many Types? I'm absolutely not interested in Too Many Types. That, like, I despise that. Mariomon, yes. I tooled around with that for a little bit. I think I got like 4 badges in it, and I kind of just started playing other things. But I would absolutely be down for playing Mariomon. Like doing a legit playthrough. Might do a Nuzlocke of it. Mariomon. Alright, well, I'll add Mariomon to it. That's a Pokemon hack, baby. And I already have it downloaded, though there might be a new version. I'll look into it. But I can do a new run of Mariomon. It's a really cool ROM hack. Or fan game, I guess. It's really cool. I've thought about doing for my own personal pleasure, a run of Mariomon where I only use fighting types, which, that'd be interesting. You don't exactly expect to find a hen. Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. Thank you, Kay. Nothing gets by you. Ronflex stream for 10 minutes. For God's sakes. All right, Ronflex, here we go. 10 minutes. It's 6:38. You're out of here. However, there is one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments, and that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house, like a game of fucking Clue. And after that, you stole the blue Badgermobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the blue Badgermobile was stolen confirms this as fact. True streamer Ronflex. I thought the true streamer was Chair. Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that.
Not so fast!
Be quiet. Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps. How dare you? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. It was Chair, then we got Ronflex. True. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Sheena, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house. You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
Not so fast!
Probability? Ha 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 ha! Long Z says, on Truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing, that's awful convenient for him to have said, the only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you? Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no. So since you don't have any, shut up. Shouldn't, like, it at least be entertained as an option? Like, okay, I don't have definitive proof it took place in the haunted house. You don't have definitive proof it didn't, though. I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred at the time I turned over the ransom. At the time, the only people at the haunted house, besides myself, were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder. What now, Mr. Edgeworth? Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission? Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. All right, permission granted, but you're not to touch a single thing, got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is the truth that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Sheena! I'm here. Put in the paperwork for authorization immediately. Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval. Who was that? This guy. This guy. Now. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval. Mr. Amano? Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. What is this? Sheena! It's the deed to the haunted house. The deed? It's not a real house. It's a theme park attraction. What do you mean? More than entertain, the whole beyond reasonable doubt thing exists for a reason. I think Edgeworth poked it. Yeah. Poking the holes in the maid did it theory for these fucks to calm their asses down. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. The deed. Read it out loud. Gatewater Landing hereby bequeaths the property known as the Haunted House to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full cash. Damn. He really bought the fucking theme park attraction for $1 million? He probably could have got it for $500,000. Like, come on, man, but still. What? As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house. Are you kidding? When did you? I ran into the owner of the park earlier and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That million you paid. Don't tell me it was. Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss? Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Wow. Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. Yeah, money talks, I guess. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever. Not forever. That's forever. Yet another to be continued. God, this case is long. This and case 5 just fucking drag, man. Yeah, the pacing is... Meanwhile, 5 minutes later. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. And what is that? When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu. I thought you were a thief, not a hero. Yatagarasu is noble and is always the thief of justice. That's... Of course! We're really just gonna recreate the haunted house? Sure, why not? If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. You may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang? So you want to use a little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house blueprints among the police reference documents? Yes, sir. We got it just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case. All right, let me put the haunted house data then. What's this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Okay, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet. Maybe I have and maybe I haven't. But I'm gonna make you do all the hard work. Ah, very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At the time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall. Eh? What was a badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it strange. However, I thought it maybe was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. In that case, I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Programming complete. And then it attacked me with a sword. Then I started walking towards the exit. And that's when you were struck from behind, right? Yes. But that's odd. The hallway's a dead end. Where'd your assailant come from? There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait for me here. It was the badger. We saw that happen. Hey, 638. All right, Ron Flex, back you go. Woo! Ahem. That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was, in fact, a costumed kidnapper. Oh, so he used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house. Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Her, the self-proclaimed thief? No. Couldn't be. Well, Lance, what are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you a chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is it another lie? All right, then you're claiming it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, inputting new information now. Mr. Deacon was the bad badger. Since the bad badger had a gun attached to his right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon's in his left hand. Yeah, but he's right-handed, so... Now to verify the facts of the recreation. Why do we have multiple shots of him? I remember glancing over and seeing this figure sitting down as I left the dining room. So I got it spot on from when I put my recreation. Didn't take a good look, but I'm sure there was a badger here. I imagine this is how he snuck up on you. My gadget of yours can even replicate people's movements. Well, it's used to play in heist, so of course it's got to be able to simulate the police. It's definitely very well made. Perhaps too well made. Maybe I should confiscate it after the investigation. Pieces of a set of armor piled here. Why do you think they almost always have sets of armor inside haunted houses? Suppose its sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of abnormality. I know your explanation would be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth. Try explaining again, but this time so even a thief like me can get it. That may prove to be a most difficult task. Take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Indeed. I've never heard of this many mirrors inside a haunted house before. At least we know the real crime scene thanks to the mirror shards. That's important. These shards, there's something different about them. Well, what we found earlier, thicker shards of these mirrors in the wall. Well, this is a simulation, you twit. Look, there's some design on the back, too. Pieces of the costume are certainly different from other mirrors. What does this mean? Could be our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors. That's really important. That's that mirror. Let's see what the logic piece I have. That already, okay. Just checking out the other things going on. It's a replica of myself. You were totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh? Yes, I suppose I'm also to blame for what happened to me. It was incredibly dark, which was all the more reason I should have been more alert. I vowed to never be caught by surprise again. You didn't recreate the weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. Just tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hands. Okay, then where were you hit? Hit on the right side of my head, just above the temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch, sounds painful. Why are you also smirking like that when you say it? Just your imagination. Now, let's see. Something in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. Looking for something culprit could have used to hit you with. Whoops. I'm not gonna highlight the thing in the hallway. I mean, it's clearly the sword.
Take that!
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in the hallway. A prop sword. Are you talking about this thing here? Yes. Although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait. Yes, it's possible the culprit took it with him after using it on me. Let's leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth more thorough examination yet. Okay, so what test do you want to run the sword? Luminol, duh. He was wearing a costume. It couldn't have been Prince, right? Exactly. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood has found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys. Understood. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear the blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Culprit hit me in the right temple of this area. Right temple, left. He would have been right-handed then, so yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, my right temple, left side of the sword. I mean, I guess he could have gone like this and struck me like that, but, you know. Seems more likely because he was behind me, his right hand came down on my right temple. Update the recreation with a new piece of info. Every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Jade, maybe that. It's me! It's me! I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this. Oh, so what were you thinking about at the time? What'd you miss? We've recreated the haunted house because Ernest bought the haunted house and isn't letting us into it. I would guess I was thinking about the kidnapping. Really? I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conked on the head. If I had known that at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? Also, Kay continues to be a bit of a menace. But she's adorable, so, you know, we let that be. There he is with the gun. You know, the Bad Badger's pretty bad looking when you see him up close. Now, what did you expect from a character named Bad Badger? And those sunglasses, wearing them in the dark makes him extra bad. No, I'm lost. Which meaning of bad is she referring to? And the next instant, the Badger will swing his sword with his left arm. Oh, yeah, like it can't be his left arm because he hit my right side of the head. Why construction on I-95 South in the week of July? Weekend in July? That's when they scheduled it. Unfortunately. To club me in the left side with a prop sword. In theory, that would be less busy because, you know, people aren't going to work on the weekend. But it is the summer, so. Shall recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pained expression on your face. Nothing suspicious about that. Yeah, true. Still weird Amano could just up and buy a building in an amusement park. Yeah, it was weird. He bought the deed to the haunted house, and it's like, it's not a real house. It doesn't have a deed. But no, he ran into the owner of the theme park ARG and said, hey, how about $1 million and I'm the owner of the haunted house? And the guy was like, fucking sure, dude. $1 million? Absolutely, you can have the haunted house. Like, no brainer. The park is only worth like 400,000. $1,000,000 bucks? By all means, I'll sell that thing. So now he's the owner of the haunted house. It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. Is it just my imagination, or is something not quite right? Yeah, so if he struck me, because his right hand has the gun, so he would have had to use his left hand. But the thing of it is, I was hit on the right side of my head, so his left hand, he could have, like, crossed over and hit me, but that's a weird way to hit me if your dominant hand is left. I guess his dominant hand is right, but even so, that's a weird... Surely you would just, like, chop down on the guy with the sword. Swing it down. You wouldn't bother crossing it and then striking him. What says that? Is it the dossier that says he's right-handed? Might have to be. Unless something got updated that says I was struck on the right side of my head. Culprit hit me in the right temple with this. I mean, yeah, that would be... Eureka! Finally! I found the clear contradiction of facts about this sword. Except for a bit on the left side, the prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would have been on the opposite side. Opposite side? Huh? If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would have hit. I see, but the blood's on the left side of the sword, right? Kinda card? What is card? I don't know that word. K-A-R-D-T. Kendall Cart was an American songwriter, poet, author, composer, and arranger. In 1943, he was born. Hard. Ah, it's a typo, I see. Quite the typo. Hard-hitted dude on the right with a left hand from that position. Well, again, if he really wanted to, he could have. He would have, like, crossed his arm and swung down like that. Not impossible, but definitely when you've got the drop on a guy and you've got it in your left hand, you would just come up and strike him that way, surely. You wouldn't bother doing the cross guard. Exactly. This prop sword has a large handguard attached to the hilt. I guess it's a handguard, I think. No, cross guard's a different thing. Yeah, it's a handguard. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands, and also there's a gun sewn into the other hand. Therefore, it couldn't have been the left hand or both hands. It must have been the right. Change day to reflect right-handed swing. Not yet, K. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it only creates a new contradiction. Here, prop sword with the culprit's right hand would conflict with what? The gun. Duh. What, the gun? The gun? Which one of these is the gun? Because there's the gun, and then there's all these fucking badgers that are holding a gun. Him on the back or left of his head would have been easier. Yeah, exactly. It's a prop sword, so he's obviously not just stabbing the guy. He's just, you know, clubbing him with it, really. Bashing him. Shit. Right hand would conflict with what? The gun? Ripped from the costume. The gun stolen from the victim. The Bible? The problem is there's a lot that could work here, and I just don't know what they want me to pick. It's either this, or the Bible. I'll do Bible.
Take that!
There you go, okay. The badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition. Not unless he were from Final Fantasy VIII, in which Leon Squall Leonhardt, excuse me, had the definitely realistic weapon, the gunblade, and not stupid at all. Oh, the gunblade. That's right. Then what now? If it wasn't his left or right hand, it means the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. You're fine, it was me, I hit you. It is you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up with you, Lance. Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. Miles, You got knocked out from one hit with a prop sword from a non-dominant hand? Like, okay, he hit you in the head, but like, damn, his non-dominant hand hit you hard enough with a blunt instrument to draw blood. Like, damn, dude. That guy's got a mighty right hook for a dude who, you know, it's not his dominant hand. Firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. No, it's not. Aiming's difficult. Firing is stupid easy. I can just point and pull the trigger. Easy as all shit. Might not hit anything, but I can definitely fire the gun. Level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. No, but the level of strength is. I can swing a lot harder with my right hand than I can with my left. That's just kinda science. Dominant hand, there's more muscles there. Okay, input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger. The gunblade weapon IRL are impractical, and there are a number of mechanical problems, and knocking a dude in one punch is not easy. Takes a lot of power to do so. Well, it was a blow, not really a punch, but still, yeah. But yeah, no, the gunblade is just, it looks cool because it was, what, 98 when they made that game? Looking cool was in. We have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me. Isn't it crazy that Final Fantasy VII came out in 97 and Final Fantasy IX came out in 2000? The difference between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX, graphically, is night and day. It's wild. Final Fantasy VII looks like paper mache. Final Fantasy IX looks like an actual, like, real video game where they lovingly rendered models into. And fuck, 2001, 4 years after Final Fantasy VII came out, is Final Fantasy X. That game is gorgeous. For all the faults of that game is jaw-droppingly beautiful. That game held up for like a decade on its graphics on the PS2 in 2001. It's crazy how good Final Fantasy X looks on the PS2. Thank you, 7-9, thanking me for something. I'm guessing I said an opinion he shares. Final Fantasy VIII gets Loblove. I don't know what Loblove is. I do know that, no? Okay, no. Final Fantasy VIII, I think, is whatever. The characters are fine, the story's fine. I don't like the junction system. I think it kind of sucks. And there's not really much else to say about it. Alright, all we have to do is examine the new recreation. Passing the exit near me. Yo, you should come by and appear on stream. Just real quick, turn around and come appear on stream. Everyone will love it. Ha 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 ha. And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? An amusing little gadget. It packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes. It was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Yeah, Sheena seems like a real barrel of laughs. Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. You and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing out don't whet the wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. I can't believe they are addressing this. I completely forgot they addressed that. Punch, blow, whatever. Knocking a dude out in one hit is difficult. Yeah. It's not something you can just walk out off in a few minutes. Well, no, he was tied up to a pillar, if you'll recall, Ark. Hit so hard you were knocked out, you're gonna have a bunch of medical problems that prevent you from doing much. Yeah, no, he's definitely concussed. Edgeworth needs to see a doctor. He was knocked out and, like, woke up tied to a post. He's, at the bare minimum, concussed. It's possible his brain is bleeding. He really needs to see a doctor. Oh, it displays whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house. And what might that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena! Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in the pamphlet. Oh, shit. Gatewater Land is full of mysteries. See if you can find and experience them yourself. 7 wonders of the haunted house. The disappearing badger. Seeing is believing. And the other article says, it's do or die time for our Can the Blue Badger and Arrest the Bad Badger. Gatewater Land, you. Come and watch, too. Gatewater Land seems like it sucks. I'm just gonna say it. The 7 wonders of the haunted house. The disappearing badger. What is this? I'd say someone around here is fond of theatrics. As you can see, they set a doll down at the end of the hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. Well, shit. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window. Okay, but I was attacked. That much is true. We all know this. I was kidnapped. I had to be broken out of my cell. We all know that. So obviously I was attacked from somewhere. Hey, Lance, explain it. You're on the hook for this. You already admitted you're the one who attacked me. What happened? How'd you do it? That can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead. Not so fast. The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he hide a giant doll? You get it now, thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to a completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit, not until I declare that I've found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. Well, see if I care. Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. God, this case takes forever. And we're not doing the soap opera bit anymore, so I'm really, like, not about it anymore. I'm kind of over it. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto-badger all of a sudden. If the slumped-over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. No, wait, I can now. These are new to re-examine. This is where the proto-badger shows up in our recreation. Yes, now the question is, where did he come from? Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model. There must be an inconsistency somewhere. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's start here. Badger's doll used in the haunted house. Don't know why I dropped the voice. I bet the one who killed the blue badger was the bad badger, right? According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy. All because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun. Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Never forget, Edgeworth's a fucking fangirl for the Steel Samurai. Like, canonically, he loves that shit. Is that the only thing to look at? I guess I can deduce something, right? Surely there's an error going on here, since that's literally the only thing to look at. Let's see. So what does this say now? Probably writes fanfic. Yes! I need to see Edgeworth. He doesn't... You're in the right ballpark, Ark. He doesn't strike me as a fanfic writer. He's on fan forums. Fucking commenting to shit. He's a top moderator. He is constantly hitting with, that doesn't really fit in with the tone of the show. He is actuallying the shit out of fan theories on official fan forums for the Steel Samurai. That's what this asshole's doing. He's like the #1 Reddit moderator for the Steel Samurai fandom. Yup, that's exactly what it is. Why is the Bad Badger wearing pants? Is he? Wrong thing. Oh, he is wearing pants. He's got a belly warmer and pants. All the other Badgers are not. Yeah, because hanging dong or just having your clam out, that's what cool, good, honest people do. Evil people, cover that shit up. No nudity for those evil people. The young, free-spirited good people don't wear pants like Donald Duck. The evil people like Goofy wear pants. Oh, Lord. I love a Friday stream. I can just get a little bit drunk and have fun with it. Oh, dear. Okay, so what the fuck am I looking at? That's literally the only thing to look at here, right? There's nothing else going on. I don't think I have whatever I need. Because there's the Blue Badger. Is it the costumes? Because, like, Meekins was a badger, Blue Badger. And, Lolly, Lauren Pops, was a Blue Badger. So this would technically be a third Blue Badger costume, I guess? But, like, if it's just a prop, I'm not sure that contradicts anything. It doesn't contradict any of this other crap is the problem. I'll keep that in the back of my mind before I go, slinging accusations that that's somehow contradicting something else. And it's the Proto-Badger who struck me. I suppose I should really say that it's Lance. Oh, are you gonna get him back? I need not resort to violence when the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice. Yeah, I mean, no matter how this ends up, the fact of the matter is Lance hit me with a sword, I'm definitely suing you. Yeah, dude. Fair enough. Fair enough. Uses one-piece costume on the beach. Wait, what? Doesn't wear pants, but uses a one-piece costume on the beach. Yeah, it's honestly just like, don't think about their dicks, just like, appreciate the design. Really? I would have totally decked him right back. If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit him back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works. What? Okay, what? The third statement doesn't seem to be much of a benefit to her survival. Yeah, no shit. Like, wait. If you get paid, you return the money? Huh? Don't get me wrong, that would definitely, like, you'd catch me off guard. You seem to be a woman that likes to catch people off guard, but still, like, damn, dude. Nothing's added. I guess I could try talking to people. There's no way they have. Miss Pops, I will prove your innocence of the murder of Mr. Deacon. Therefore, don't fret. It will soon be over. Do not trust me. That is... Your face is beet red, Miss Pops. No, I can't. I have a lance. Lolly, don't tell me you like that guy more than me. That's... Oh, why am I so pathetic? I'm so easily swayed by even a single glance. What exactly is she going on about? I think you have another guilty person on your hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, Edgeworth's hot. That's the takeaway. Her elevator doesn't go all the way up, huh? Yeah, K's a fun one, to put it politely. You can lie all you want, but it will all be for naught, Lance. As soon as I expose the truth, you will be placed under her arrest. How can you do this after all my dad has done for you? Which father has done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now. Unbelievable. You know, you sound kind of like a bully right now, Mr. Edgeworth. If I'm not serious about this, he'll never understand the true gravity of his crimes. I won't allow him to remain a child forever. Now you sound like a dad. I mean, the man's 21, right? Lance doesn't seem to help her with her self-esteem. No, Lance is a scumbag. Listen, Lauren here, she's a very impressionable young woman. She's, I feel bad for her. This guy, this is a scumbag. And that's 100% me being like, pretty women can do no wrong and men are the worst. Although that helps. It's like, she was clearly manipulated into doing this. How's my boy? What is the meaning of all this? Do you plan to pay me back for all I've done for you with the conviction of my son? I've not forgotten my debt to you. However, your son's crimes are a separate matter. Further, I can't ignore the truth when it's right before me. You will regret this, I promise you that. No matter the outcome, I never regret the choices I make. Really? Yeah, well, whatever. Thank you. Clover has that one memorized. You have to forgive cute ladies when they do things. Clover, if you don't mind me asking, why is it you seem to have that quote memorized and on fucking trigger whenever you feel like it? Okay, so clearly there's nothing else to examine. I have to find the contradiction here. We're not gonna add more evidence. I say it a lot. I say it a lot because she makes me say it. She makes me repeat it. But no, I'm a big woman enjoyer, so really like letting women know that they can do no wrong and they're innocent of everything. I was gonna say, oh, Noki. Unless they're Noki. I was gonna say, who can I make fun of that isn't here? Unless they're Noki, in which case, it's probably her fault. Because Ellie, Penguin, and Clover, and I think Kaida are all here. It happens every stream. Shut up! Lance seems like an abusive cretin who has no qualms about taking advantage of people, and the maid seems like an easy target to manipulate. Yeah! What is the contradiction here? It's just the Blue Badger laying here. Looking at her name, I was just naming women that watch the stream. What is the contradiction? It's just the Blue Badger. Wait. Okay, so the bandolier, it's obviously across his waist and it's running from his left shoulder down to his right hip. That's flipped. Is that? That's, I mean, hold on, let me highlight the bandolier, but that's subtle. That's real subtle. But yeah, it's running from like it's running from his right shoulder, or his right shoulder, this one, down to his left hip. But in this, it's the other way around. I mean, I got nothing else, I might as well present it, but like, damn, that's subtle. Oh shit, Noki is here. God, what can I say that'll make her immediately forgive me? Perugli's the best cat-themed Pokemon. Who needs Meow? Who needs Persian? Who even needs Incineroar? Perugli's where it's at. Slap, I don't know if Perugly can learn Fake Out. Frack. What's a good Perugly set? Body Slam on that thing, and it's great. It's great. I don't even know what Perugly's ability is. Let me present that. Oh wow, that was what it was. Interesting. There's something wrong with the Blue Badger. Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? It can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then why is the Blue Badger dressed up in reverse? You pay good money to get bullied. Hey, I stream every fucking day to get bullied. Blue Badger on the pamphlet is in reverse to the regular Blue Badger. But why? There must be some sort of explanation. Well, I mean, it gave me a logic point, not an evidence point, so clearly... it's like a mirrored image, right? It's flipped. Okay, do you remember what you said earlier? I'm curious now, actually. That was a real subtle hint to pick up on the badger thing? Yeah, that was a real, hey, wait a minute. What is Perugli's ability, actually? Perugly. For the record, I do like Perugly, not just because it's Noki's favorite Pokemon, but because I think it's a cool Pokemon. Very underrated. Thick Fat or Own Tempo. Damn, those are good abilities. Defiant is its hidden ability? Wow, it has Defiant? No way. Stats lowered by opponent. It gets Defiant? Wow, Perugli's actually really good if it gets Defiant. Its abilities are Defiant, Thick Fat, and Own Tempo. Those are all really, really good abilities. It's stupid fast, too, looking at its stats. Holy shit. It's got some weird stats looking at it, but its speed is easily its best, and it's really good. Its attack and its health are decent. The problem is it's kind of made of glass. It has no defense. Like, HP could be better. Attack is fine. Speed is really good. Speed is actually great on this thing. Like, that's a really good mon. Does it learn Fake Out? It does. Oh, shit. This thing can get Fake Out? Perugly kind of good, actually. Yeah, Body Slam, Slash. I mean, it goes first, so... It's probably going to go first. Its speed is ridiculous. You can learn Play Rough? Damn, this thing's kind of, like, actually really good. Night Slash? This thing has coverage. Damn. Aerial Ace, Night Slash, and, like, Hone Claws? This thing's not terrible. Like, damn, dude. Turns out Perugly's good. Yeah, good set. It has a great moveset. Love that I can just talk about random Pokemon in the middle of my Ace Attorney stream. Oh, dear. About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors. A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reverse or mirror image. Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than a reflected image of the real one. Then, was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? Burger Chicken drive-thru in Fredericksburg. Really depends on the restaurant. Like, if it's McDonald's, Burg. Cane's or Hardee's? Ah, well. If it's Cane's, obviously chicken. Hardee's, it's burger. I was gonna say, like, Wendy's chicken is good. Chick-fil-A, obviously, chicken. McDonald's, Burg. Cane's or Hardee's? I mean, I find Hardee's to be extremely mid, so I would say go Cane's. The thing is, I think Hardee's is, like, on the road, Hardee's is easier to eat. Cane's is, like, a whole thing. You kind of have to, like, pull over to eat Cane's, because you get, like, the strips. I don't even know if Cane's does sandwiches, because you always get the strips. So for on the road, I would say Hardee's, because you can just eat that one-handed while driving. When I looked down the hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror... You're telling me the people that took the photo of the pamphlet just photographed the mirror and not the badger at the end of the hall? Oh, that would actually form an L shape, right? Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, but why build the place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me. This house is just another attraction of an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirrored wall. Fuck me. I don't know. Fucking know. For the disappearing badger. Take that! That was it. Fucking sure. As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. I mean, they built the mirror for that trick alone? You said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there. That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the wall, move the badger, dim the lamps. I mean, that would probably work, but you'd notice it. Moving the badger would also, there's nowhere to hide it. So, move the mirror wall. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. Oh, it's like a hidden room. I get it. In dim enough lighting, I guess that could work, but surely people would notice they're looking at a mirror and not, you know, the real McCoy. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway was to be created. Oh, so when they wanted people to see the badger, they would open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. Given levels of competence people display in A games, wouldn't surprise me if these buffoons photoed a mirror image and not the actual thing. Yeah. For the pamphlet, we gotta take a picture of this badger. There it is. I'll get the picture. That's a mirror. The real one's right there. Too late. I'm already snapping the pic. Got it. We'll print it in the pamphlets. This explains why the outside of these fragments have a design on them. And if the pattern is the same on the other walls of this hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it will blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick the haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprits. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside my field of vision. Probably set up by heading here. Gee, what could it be?
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. If I setting it on the outside of the movable mirror, then you wouldn't be able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. Yes? Well, should the mirror wall be broken right now in reality? Since we have two shards, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean the victim... How is this case... Listen, I know I ramble. How has this case gone on for an additional 2 hours? This is insane. It would mean the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. Leave the money and go. Now. We heard the disconnecting noise. Oh, and the mirror breaking wouldn't have been over the phone, of course. The sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information. Ah! Don't scare me like that. Sorry, I need you to recreate something from me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need, anyway? You could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room. Moving mirror things so you needlessly convoluted contraption that can easily be spotted by more than one person. Well, it's a theme park haunted house. It was obviously made kind of on the cheap. $1 million to this place. A mono got ripped off, if you ask me. Yeah, I guess that tracks. Frankly, I'm just kind of like annoyed this case is still going. Like, damn, dude. You know, I was into it last stream. I'm over it this stream. People are right. This case sucks. I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then I heard the sound of a mirror shattering. You heard what? Then, I believe it was then that mirror was broken. So when you stepped outside into the hallway again, the mirror wall should no longer exist, okay? Please recreate that. Got it! It drags on and on, yeah. The first Edgeworth game is famous, quote unquote, in the fandom for being like one of the worst, because the pacing is just terrible. Wait, but the mirror's gone. The culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in this proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? And that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think this about wraps it up. Looks like it finally solved everything. No, not yet. An even larger contradiction is now reared its head. Why? Perhaps you don't notice, but this recreation contained a very troubling inconsistency. What I saw in the recreation was... God. Okay, so... He walked in, saw the mirror... Oh, it would be this guy, right? It would be the attacker, because if he was looking at the mirror that bounced his view up into the badger, he wouldn't... If the attacker was hiding there, he would have seen him.
Take that!
Yeah! You sure I contradicts what you saw? Apparently that's not it. Tell me the answer very well. Thank goodness, it would seem that you failed to notice my slip-up. The scene I saw before me, and what's being presented in this recreation, is something that was there on site that isn't there in the recreation. Yeah, the attacker! I assume it's the, like... Was I off by, like, a pixel? I don't know what you want from me. Surely it's the attacker.
Take that!
I guess it's not. I couldn't have been more on it right there, and they're still like, no, that's not it. How is it not the attacker? Here.
Take that!
Somehow this is it. Number of things. One, you pointed out that he should have seen his attacker. Yeah. Secondly, if the mirror wall was missing, how would he see the badger? The idea is that the mirror wall moves. So, like, they've got it at an angle so that when you come in, you don't walk up to it? That's weird. Do you think there'd be, like, a velvet rope or something to stop you from walking up to it? But whatever, it's a video game. You look down the hall, see the mirror reflecting up into the little knob going up there, and you see the badger doll. Oh, that's crazy. There's a badger there. And then, when you go into the dining room, presumably, they move the wall. You come back out. Whoa, the badger's gone. That's crazy. But, yeah, that's my thinking on it. Earl was missing... Yeah, he was missing how do you see the badger. Well, I guess the idea is that the attacker, there, ran to where he was supposed to be and just kind of, like, laid down? I don't know. It's weird. This is not a good case. Take a look at the end of the hall. They removed the mirror wall because the mirror broke. Yeah, it's not a good case, Ark. There's a lot of problems with this one. Whoops. There's no blue badger. Exactly. The blue badger I saw in reality is not there. This is the final point, this long chain of logic. About fucking time. The last remaining contradiction. God, I forgot we were here. Let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Or what was it supposed to be? I believe this is the real identity of our mysterious badger. Surely it's Lance, right? I can't present profiles. What? How can I not, like... This was his identity. Ah, the fucking Badger Mobile. What? Was it Deacon? What? Huh? This is the identity of our mysterious badger. Why can't I present profiles? Ugh. It was Old Bag, of course. Like, what? This is the identity of our mysterious badger. don't know what you want me to present. What was the idea? Like, the pamphlet, the Bible, the head, the rally, the costumes, the murder note, the pendant, the car, the costume. Like maybe it's him. I don't know what they want me to present. This is the identity of our mysterious badger. It would make so much sense to present a person here, but that's not an option. Not at all. Deacon's body? Like, I guess maybe?
Take that!
Yeah? It's literally the only thing it could have been. But, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, even with the logic. It's literally the only thing it could have been. The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body. What? Yeah, I've only been streaming for 90 minutes, and I'm fucking exhausted by this case. Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drama. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death of Mr. Deacon. No. Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was a life-shattering bullet. No matter what the cause, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
Knuckle back!
You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time, all for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Aya! Not a bad excuse, honestly. It kind of flew off the rails at the end. Yeah, I was into it when it was the ridiculous soap opera. This is excruciating. I'd like to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the time of the haunted house? Who was the one that had the opportunity to rob the victim's gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano! I'm sorry. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. Whoa, hey, PG stream. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. Ha! As if you were the one in charge around here. Arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should arrest is Lance. Dad. Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernesto Mondo. You tampered with evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? How could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wound me. I came all the way here across the sea just to see you, you know. Came to see me? If his dad threw him under the bus? Yeah, well, when cops are bearing down on him. What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Romano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name of that used here for that case? Sheena! It's known as the KG-8 incident. Very different from DL6. It's KG-8. The KG-8 incident? Ah, you remember it. Good. And recall that the trigger in that case was the Amana Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling, there's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Romano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Devore. Boy, that information could have been useful ages ago. That's clearly Oliver Deacon. Shout out to anagrams. Ah! Father! Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devore, I always suspected you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Romano. Mr. Devore was arrested in place of you, which is why he broke out. You hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Even if it's justified self-defense, and that's a big if. Yeah. There's still a bunch of other crimes he committed that he'll be doing time for. Yeah, he staged a kidnapping, assaulted a prosecutor, framed a woman for murder. Like, now. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Who's this now? What the? Who the heck was that? Oh, it's fucking Jacques. Right, this case takes place in the past. This fucking game, the first case is like, man, remember the airplane I was on? And then he's on an airplane and he's like, oh, wow, I was called to do a hostage situation. And then it's that. And then the fourth case is like, young Edgeworth. So like, the very first case is the penultimate case. It's so weird. Jacques Sportsman is still alive for this. Ahem. I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? I'm Jacques Sportsman, the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jacques, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This guy. This is an Interpol case. Keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, I can't comply. I got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. Are you working with Von Karma? Guys, arrest these two suspects. Sir. Well then. Weird that they didn't arrest Lauren? She was part of the kidnapping plot. Yeah, okay, she didn't murder anyone and was absolutely set up, but she was part of the kidnapping plot. She's not innocent. Oh, you know what? She's a cute girl, so you have to forgive her. You know what would also be a great slap to the face? Tell me, Penguin, what would be a great slap to the face? Oh, I almost forgot. Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You're so relentless with Lance, you forced Ernest to tamper with evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. You mean the other guy? Oh, Jacques, you mean? Yeah, well. How does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? Yeah, again, Lang hates prosecutors, and there's a good reason for it, but because the writing and pacing of this game is dog shit, you don't learn about it until the second Miles Edgeworth game, and Lance is only in one fucking case for that game. It's such a waste of a character. The hand that feeds me, I'm not sure I follow. it's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Amano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. Yeah, I mean, that's Jacques, clearly, right? What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In the prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Yeah, that'd be Jacques. Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Kammer, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. Well, fair. Easier have the maid walk off and slap in the wrist in this case. No, don't get me wrong, she definitely is not getting as much, you know, jail time or sentencing as the others involved, but she definitely should, like, be sentenced to something. Easy to argue she was coerced into it. She's still guilty. She still helped, like, forge a kidnapping for a ransom of $1 million. All right, you can't just like write that off as she was tricked into it. No, at a certain point. At a certain point. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry, it's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years, every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that the courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? He's not entirely wrong. Manfred von Karma never lost a case in 40 years. Must have been forging evidence. Well, honestly, inclined to agree. It would seem his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with all of us? It's so fucking annoying and weird that the answer, why is this man so angry with all prosecutors, isn't answered until the sequel that he's barely in. Just spoilers, we're never gonna learn it. In this game, we're not gonna learn it. We're not gonna learn why he hates prosecutors until Edgeworth 2. And honestly, it's not a bad reason. It's decent. He has a legitimate reason, but we're not gonna find out about it. Fuck you. Rest assured, next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. Nice pose. So don't you forget. Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhangfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Where? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. It was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. Okay, I apologize. They do address it in this game. But, like, it's very hand-wavy. They get more into detail in the sequel. Not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the courts again, nor any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim, we'd better catch up. Yeah! We've still got to deliver that thing to the old man after all. Nice cameo. I've come sure by this time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah, you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir. Then Pops, who's not arrested for some reason.
Excuse me.
Yes, what is it?
That is, thank you very much.
Ah, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective. She should be under arrest. She participated in a kidnapping. Or at the very least, like, conspiracy of fraud for the ransom money.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure.
Ah, there she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
No, I have no idea.
The cane's right next to Wawa. Got gas and water. Nice. I do appreciate a Wawa sandwich. I don't trust, like, their hoagies. For whatever reason, it's just like, Their hot sandwiches, Their cold cuts, love them. Arrested either for kidnapping or conspiracy. Certainly conspiracy, because there was no, well, there was a real kidnapping. Edgeworth was kidnapped. It was conspiracy when they were staging the kidnapping, and then it was actual kidnapping when Edgeworth was assaulted and taken hostage.
No, I have no idea.
Your father died while trying to stop Lance. You like some of their coffees and drinks? Oh, Wawa? You know, I have a Sheetz and a Wawa right near me. I go to the Sheetz because it is a little bit closer. But Wawa is really good. I think Sheetz has better prices for gas. Wawa has better prices if I, like... I've been there a few times, just, like... If I'm running, you know, a little bit late and need to stop and, like, get some breakfast. I've gone to Wawa and gotten a coffee or a muffin or whatever. Not bad. Not bad. Better than Sheetz. Which means that from the beginning, he had no interest in the staged self-abduction. Wait, then why did he... I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops. Meh. Lance realized the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Devore into cooperating. Cold cuts on a sub. Tim is still a hoagie. Don't know why you said Tim. He's not here. Sub roll, what the fuck? Swipe the text. Ah, well, there you go. Sub roll is still a hoagie. Is that a hoagie? I guess. I always think of hoagie as a hot sandwich, you know? Father! As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the unoffended butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind.
That is... Thank you very much.
You're welcome, although there was no need to thank me.
No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you.
I guess she's free to go? Should absolutely be arrested. Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir. Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief. What are you going on about now? Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, I mean, you still didn't forget who I am, after all. If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it here. This isn't the first time we've met, you know. What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl? Looks like you totally forgot me too, gummy. Gummy. Find a better person, a way better person than Lance. Not difficult. Lance sucks. Maybe this will jog your memories. It's a cloth. I promised to return it to you one day, remember?
The single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago when I first met that then child Kay. And Detective Gumshoe. You first met Gumshoe? The same day you met Kay? Right, so this case, I only have... Oh no, I've got over an hour left. I've got an hour and 15 minutes left. Delightful. This case takes place in the past. Yay, achievement! This case takes place in the past. It's probably the best case in this game. So... Here's the problem with this game. So... This case is a fine introduction to the mechanics and whatnot, being on the DS. You know, you've just got him solving a quick murder. Sure, whatever. This case is so... Who cares? We're on an airplane. It introduces the smuggling ring, I guess, but, like, nothing's really important or matters here. It just is on the plane. This case introduces Lang, who's on the fucking cover of the box of the game. I think I might still have it somewhere over on my game shelf. Introduces Lang, introduces Kay, and is the third case, and it's so long, and it's a filler case. And then this one is a fucking flashback that doesn't involve Lang at all, and barely involves Kay. Like, what are we doing? This isn't how this should go. Your pacing is all wrong. Whatever. Episode 4, baby. Turnabout Reminiscence. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yaragarasu. The piece of cloth she conjured up has taken me back many years ago. This is, despite my bitching, this is, in my opinion, the best case in this game. Involving, young Edgeworth. Yeah, that's right, I did it, I killed the guy. Now, not a thing to say for a defendant. But it was Yaragarasu, whatever. I asked the defendant just what that... Don't you get it? I know the true identity of Yaragarasu. The Yaragarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying I'm the Yaragarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Well, damn. Are you claiming Mr. Faraday is the Yaragarasu? That's exactly... Mr. Rell, I think we've heard just about enough out of you. Your Honor, listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me. Ow. The judge. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Classic gavel hitting. Oh, here I am. Young Edgeworth. What a gaudy suit. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so, it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be... Starting a new case already? You say already. I've got about an hour left. As a replacement for the prosecutor has been accused by the defendant. Yeah, this case, the defendant accused the prosecutor of being like a conspirator, I guess. So, for obvious reasons, they had to remove the prosecutor from his job, and I'm the replacement. Now, if you remember Phoenix Wright lore, you'll remember Edgeworth's first victory was against Terry Falls in the third game. Terry Falls was the defendant who killed himself, and it was ruled in favor that he was the guilty party. Mia Fey got the guilty verdict, unfortunately, as the defense attorney, because he poisoned himself on behalf of Dahlia Hawthorne. Now, That is Edgeworth's first win. This was meant to be his first case, but there were complications that resulted. They kind of retcon a little bit here. This was meant to be his first victory, his first case, what have you. They retconned it and said, well, spoilers. This trial never actually happens because of mitigating circumstances, so his first actual appearance and win in court is still against Mia Fey. But this was supposed to be his first appearance, but mitigating circumstances. Edgeworth! Oh, it's Von Karma. Sir. Edgy has a flair for the dramatic? True. Him wearing a pompous outfit's not surprising. He fucking framed his outfit of his first victory, for God's sakes. God, Von Karman's voice was 3 games ago? 4, maybe? Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial? Yes, I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's supposition is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. God, to see he's the same fucking character. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage of my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. This is young Edgeworth, who is still corrupted by Von Karma. And such a legendary prosecutor will be watching me and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. This is a busy room. A model of the courthouse is pretty well constructed. Hands in a face. Don't tell me this thing transforms. Yet I wonder for what other purpose could they have made. The guy who made the courthouse model has it as a transformer? That'd be crazy. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the whole minute thing. Because the defense was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. More outrageous his claim is the case of prosecutor Byrne? Burn? I'm gonna assume Burn Faraday gave the order. Ha! Faraday's such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, I am an acquaintance of Mr. Burn Faraday. He's a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? You want to try to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court? Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals, I say. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday will not be forgotten. Have no fear, I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Burn Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Burn is pronounced similar to burn. There you go. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma. Have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that was written down in the case files. Explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you're talking about. Understood. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the
Cadopian embassy. The victim was Mr. Dead Man. Fuck off. Like, the victim was Dead Man. Fuck you. Fuck you. The victim, Mr. Dead Man, was a staff member at the embassy. And friend in this case, Mr. Mackerel. Way too on the nose again. Yeah, this guy's apparently a fishmonger, Mr. Mackerel. Was held for questioning the night of the incident. He was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, Great Thief Yadagrasu had successfully infiltrated the Cadopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yadagrasu, but that he did not kill Mr. Deadman. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible he wants to go down while in the spotlight if he's found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's insanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. Damn, that's, pretty definitive, I gotta say. That really looks like Mackerel, and that dude is definitely dead from a gunshot. A gun that is literally smoking as he holds it. The footage clearly shows Mr. Rell is the murderer. The actual Mr. Rell firing the gun was clearly seen from the visitor's gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to. By the real Yadagrasu, Burn Faraday. That sounds about right. However, I've forgotten one thing. Well, this may appear to simply be the murder of a Cadopian embassy staff member. People are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. What was the first? The second KG-8 incident. Sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough. Amongst the police, the information that only a select few are privy to. Would you enlighten me, please, sir? The second KG-8 incident? What do you mean by the second KG-8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. Incident overview added to my organizer. Let's take a look at that real quick. Mercurial News. Cadopian Embassy staff member Manny Cochin found not guilty. Victim Miss CCU. A shadow over the Amano group. What's his relation to the smuggling ring? Well, his smuggling ring is fucking quite involved, apparently. Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amondo, the Amano group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness of the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Cadopian Embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes. A Cadopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Oh, well then. Lack of evidence? Ha! If only I was in charge of the case, I've done everything in my power to prove his guilt. Make sure that all criminals are found guilty, and my mentor already is dedicated. Yeah, you'll have to remember this is young Edgeworth, who is still kind of an asshole.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KGN incident as well.
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling organization.
And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was able to testify.
You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization.
Shouldn't he have been in witness protection or something?
Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that's why it's being called the second KG-8 incident.
Yes. Yeah, there's one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu, I'd better find out more. Is it true the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kadofian embassy? What else could he or she have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting record and release them publicly. More likely to steal secrets from Kadopian embassy itself. It's the item that Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police.
What was it the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
I don't know the details. Anything related to Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment.
You showed efforts for the guilt. Wouldn't surprise me if you cheating out part in the literal sense for the court. Yeah, there's a lot of Manfred probably faked a lot of evidence in his 40 years undisputed.
Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen items to police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day as a staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have been the first time Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be a prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well.
He's prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident and the Yatagarasu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. Oh, look who it is. It's young Kay.
What is it, little girl?
You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. I've stored dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you have exactly $1. This is what you want? Ah, a crisp George Washington. In exchange for change. Yeah, you know what? That's nice of him. Aw, young Kay. She's so adorable. Thanks. That's exactly what I needed. And there he goes. Would that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside a courthouse! Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete.
Why, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared would prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
A proud one you are.
You gotta say people should be given at least a benefit of the doubt, but with Manfred, it's the opposite. Good of everything and everything under the sun. And everything he says is bullshit until proven otherwise. True.
You better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. p.m. What is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible defense is not prepared yet either? Native, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Fucking wait for your job, asshole. It's the judge. His bald-headed, bearded glory. The judge. Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Kalmer recommended. There he is. I hear this will be your first try. I look forward to seeing how you perform. First time seeing him not directly straight on. Get a profile of this guy. And his beard is glorious. Oh, by the way, was someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? Yeah, of course you ask that, Judge. I just want to heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial's about to resume. However, yes, it will but be impossible to prove the witness is a liar. Without evidence from Faraday. What's that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sirs. Is it like a light brown trench coat? Silence! There shall be no yelling in this sacred hall of the law. Bailiff, remove the man from the courtroom at once. Please, wait. You have to listen to me. There's no emergency. Defendant Wobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor. What? Oh, Greybeard, I missed you in your wacky shenanigans. True, yeah. We got the judge in this case. Fun fact, Edgeworth 2 is the only case he doesn't appear in. Every other fucking game, the judge appears. Stay back. God, this guy. Why do you have so many fucking holes in your jacket? Like, what's that about? Smoking cigs. The problem is so many people just have a gravelly voice. But I mean, this dude is literally smoking a cigarette, so. No one's allowed at the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is? God. Ahem. This is becoming quite the hotspot. Is this Mr. Rell's defense attorney? Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. I guess I have to talk to all of them. I'll start with Gumshoe. Check out for that token. See you next time. Thanks for coming out, Ellie. Love having you. Always a pleasure. Feel free to stop by anytime. You adorable bitch. Have a great night. And you are... Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. Hydrate? Well, I guess I have to drink rum. I am hydrated. I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? There's Dick Gumshoe, and just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. Ah, so he's a fresh-faced guy. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. Secret entirely who decided to be at a murder scene.
So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know, I don't have to tell you anything, White. I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Well, you're a wild one for a youngster, aren't you? I guess I forget Gumshoe is older than Edgeworth. Edgeworth, you're a newbie twink. True. With your mother's milk still fresh on your lips. Hey, his mom's dead, alright? Calm down. You're in no position to be the attitude, especially this much attitude. Yeah, but this is like young Edgeworth when he was raised by Von Karma, so he's a bit of an asshole. Anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. You're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As to me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you're on guard detail. You sure it's anything strange while you on duty? Well, I freaked out when I had a gunshot, and then it kind of flows. No detective enemies, the gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to know what it's like to hear one at such close range. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. How old is Gumshoe at this point? The judge. Age unknown. Okay, Faraday's age unknown still. 26! Oh my god. Listen, I'm 30. I am 30, and that hurts to say. I'm 30 years old. To look at this man, Gumshoe, and be like, he's 26? Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts so much. This guy's 26. That guy's, he's like 26? I was in college, man. Like, come on. 26. There's a Bad came running to the scene. How old's Bad? He's probably like 30 or something. Bad's not on here for some reason. Gumshoe looks like a chain-smoking 50-year-old even at 26. Yeah, honestly, he looks like he's 35 minimum at this age. Went into lobby number 2 together and both men were lying there dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, you didn't hear a single sound of commotion. The vending machines. A drink vending machine. Oops. Now it's not time to be pondering what kind of drink I want. But what about whatever this is? Interesting, they're sending special court-themed food products here. Court-themed food products? What? Many of them seem sort of troublesome and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. But what are they? I see like a hot dog. I see like a sandwich. I see, I guess, cinnamon rolls? Like, what the hell? Everyone thinks you're 5 years younger and Token's 5 years older. True. Clover is aged like a fine wine. She looks quite young for her age. Meanwhile, at like 20, I was accused of being 40 when I worked at a grocery store. I was like, yeah, I'm 20. I had to get permission to sell alcohol because in the United States, alcohol age is 21. And this girl was like, you're 20? I thought you were like 40. And it's like, what the fuck? That was a decade ago and I'm still offended. What do you mean you thought I was 40? Like, what? I get I look a little bit older, but at age 20, you thought I was 40? That's, what the hell? That's insane. Do you have a minute? You know I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at times like this. Shout out to her earrings, which appear to be just the scales of justice. I apologize for not changing your before bothering you. Why would you say that in front of the person? That's kinda confirm. That's the thing. We were talking about alcohol. Here's the thing. She was some kid. She was working the register, and I mentioned that I can't buy alcohol because I'm 20. And she's like, "You're 20? I thought you were like 40." And it's like, what the fuck do you mean you thought I was 40? Kaida was there. She can confirm. This bitch looked at me and was like, "Wow, you're not even 21. I thought you were like 40." And it's like, what do you mean you thought I was 40? One of our shitty coworkers last year thought you were 40. Who? Enlighten me. Who else thought I was 40? That's the problem. Last year could have been anyone. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. Faraday substitutes a newbie, huh? Tony? Oh. Listen. There are people I would be more interested in how the trout population is doing before I gave a fucking shit about what they thought of me. And Tony's one of those guys. That dude sucked dick at his job. Not even in game, in real world. That guy sucked ass at his job. He thought I was 40. Great. That dude sucked and was terrible. Then too, someone thought I was twice my age, especially if it was in the late teens or early 20s. Yeah, exactly. He didn't do his work? Oh, fuck no. Hey, Clover and I met because 4 people were assigned to a job. 2 of us actually did the job and got it over the finish line in the time frame. Spoilers, it was Clover and myself. There were two other people. It was a 4-man crew. The 2 of us got it over the finish line. The 2 other people barely did shit. Tony is one of those guys. Sounds like a group project. Yeah, it was. Again, that's how we met. Yeah, and hey, shocker. Clover and I, the 2 people actually doing work, realized we, were friends and liked each other because we were the sort of people that did work. Meanwhile, the other 2 people were assholes to the point that we wouldn't even give them information to do. Clover and I would just do the work ourselves and be like, "You relax," and be like, don't bother. Actually made it worse, yeah. It was better if they weren't doing work. Do not take me for some naive novice. Don't take me for some naive novice. She finds that real funny. So you're a student of Von Karma. I should have. Those clothes are a dead giveaway. Stop right there. These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. Thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh too much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Have you like that a few times in your projects? Hated those people? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a mixed blessing. On the one hand, me working with that group made it so I was promoted now to have like a real job at the Pentagon. On the other hand, I hate my job and really wish it was just still what it was before I was promoted. I came in at like 5 a.m. and left at 1. It was great. I was on the road before anyone else, going home, plenty of hours before streaming. So nice. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto You. And if you're telling the truth, then we were about to go head-to-head in court. Being brutally honest in our position to laugh at Edgeworth too? Well, touche. The clothes are silly. What do you mean? He's... that open jacket with his crazy blue vest underneath and the triple layered ascot is perfectly normal. Yeah, but of course I've heard much about you, Miss You. But of course I've heard much about you. You say such a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. I'm sure talking to those detectives over there. If that's the case, then why are you here? What's so funny? Just the way you speak is so tactless. First I was going against the court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I can go back to the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing else really with her. This guy, Detective Bad? 3 more hours? Oh, Jesus. Hey, it's 8:30 where we are. That means like 11:30 for you? God. Hey, at least you're waking up, presumably, after a nice sleep in wherever it is you need to go. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide. Smoke, smoke, smoke. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist you update me on the situation. Right down here, I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing about how to talk to adults? Kid! Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? He's going for his breast pocket, baby. It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that? He's admiring his sick stash. Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. In charge of guarding the place. Whoops. He's claiming no one else entered into the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such idiots. This guy will be testing my patience. Why was I not informed you were going to testify in court? Homicides aren't my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu characteristics. Or as Mr. Friday really was the Yatagarasu or not? Well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son. Pops? Miss you. There's someone here who wishes to see you. How is that? A Cadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. What's going on? The bad misused moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second, wasn't Manny Cochin? I'll be right there. He was right there. He was in the same room. What do you mean? It's no wonder the prosecution was able to get evidence against him. He literally discussed the case in front of them. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. No. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Fine, let's go. Bad. On karma. It's been a long time. I knew you would show up. Usually do when the other wrestler was involved. And I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bads, huh? Yeah, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of the crime. Only you would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is the most useful and effective. Like I don't know that. On though bad, the man I just passed by. He's not the suspect from the KG8 incident. So I was right. Just what's the man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe you let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile! I would have proved guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma. I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic, I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation.
Objection!
No. Young Francesca. She is adorable. Papa! How can you place him in charge? Francesca, what are you doing here? I'm here for summer vacation. What else? I think this shows a riding crop instead of a whip. Francesca von Karma. She's here on summer vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and a student of his who's also a junior to me. You're the one who's a junior to me, and don't you forget it. How did you read my thoughts? But more importantly, you're not conventionally avoiding the bar exam, are you? Ha! If you were able to pass, then I have absolutely no trouble at all. First time we've seen Manfred and Francesca interact. True! Manfred was only in the first game, and Francesca showed up in the second and third games. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never! Why do shows have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa! Are you really sending a message for us to cover the case? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. I'm 100% confident I can do a better job than him. That's just like Francesca. She has no problem badmouthing someone right in front of her. Bad. Yeah. He's doing conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both these kids loose on the crime scene?
was a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. Crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with authority over this this crime scene, Bad. I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth, Francesca, I leave this case to the two of you. I think we see the last of father and daughter action.
No, Edgeworth 2 very heavily features Von Karma for the third case, I think.
Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. She's so short. Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this. Miles Edgeworth. It's been quite some time, Francesca. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Would it kill you to at least say hello? Long time no see. Very good. Just because you being a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. She hasn't changed a bit. How old is she? 13. She's 13? Bro, if you're a prosecutor, you gotta be at least 18. This 13-year-old child is bossing you around? Just because she's basically your little sister? Yeah, that tracks, honestly. Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name. For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. Looks like Mr. Von Karma is successfully convincing the detective. Just like him, he never fails. Now, I'd appreciate if you could quickly run through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off taking this out on your own. Very well. Like getting help from Detective Bad would be most arduous task. Wow, they have fallen on top of each other, haven't they? Is the only real explanation they kill each other simultaneously? Message should listen to somebody or someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? Let me say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Competition. The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is dishonor to the name. Exactly. I don't care since you become a prosecutor before me. Looking at just now, and she's soon to have been born 99, according to Wiki. In between all the games, or age. So it should be 13, 19. Yeah, she was 19 in the second Ace Attorney game. The classic Matt on guard, killing someone in the killer case. But yes, with a bit of scrutiny. You can establish there was yet another child involved in these crimes. Excuse me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come out of your foolish mouth.
Fine, whatever makes you happy. And can I take that as you accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Well, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find some perfect evidence. And... prettily? Present it like the profession I am. Competing discovery should be on the crime. How delightful. How delightfully childish. Kids over there. Kid? Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids. Kid. How dare you call me kid as well? I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus in my crime scene. Not a ruckus. Heavens to Betsy. I'm definitely not ordering food. Chicken we just now is assumed she was, yeah, born in 1999 according to games or age switches. Yeah, as you do. Hey, big guy, you know, watch over these two. Yes, sir, Detective Badsaw. Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? Better get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. You prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great, not even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Investigating. Can I move on, prosecutor boy? My name is Miles Edgeworth. If you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, my duty as a prosecutor should look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? 3. Sounds good, pal. Yes, sir. You're 13. It's true. He's probably a police veteran and you are a child. And poor Gump, he can't catch a break even from Child Francisca. And Miles, true. Take a bat ad. May I have a word with you? What is it? It appears both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was to be presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Godolphian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it be a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? Then why is it bad to know about it? Wait, what if? It's possible Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. He got a brain in there after all. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. I feel it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so to protect the honor of the Von Karma name.
top of Mr. Rail. First glance seemed like they must have been killed. They must have killed each other somehow. Using logic, the only logical conclusion it. Ah! What was that outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Well that fell first, see? I don't need a detective intuition for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more other than that until I examine the bodies. Quite the crime scene I'm looking at. Looks like Mr. Faraday died holding the gun in his white hand. So he shot Rail and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess it does seem kind of strange, huh? Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun. As long as I hate rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Huh? Well, I doubt I ever need to use one. Gumshoe strained a muscle. He's our key witness. What do you mean? We need him. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. Sure look like cool to hold gun in your hand. These screening procedures need a thorough review. So that's about handguns and Mr. Faraday's policy. Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his blade. So how did you shoot Mr. Rail and then fall on top of him while still gripping onto the gun? Yes, it does seem kind of strange. Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun. Like rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I'm not gonna fire a gun again either. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hand. It appears the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should have some notes. Mr. Faraday. And still not featuring a shed. Nothing featuring a shed. That's extremely concerning. I'll go hand that's holding the gun. Mr. Faraday died. No. While holding the gun in his right hand. He shot Rel and then fell upon top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess it does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why does Faraday know how to fire a gun? Rocket science, even I know how to pull it off. I never need to use one. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding a gun in his right hand. Whoever shot Mr. Faraday and fell on top of him with still gripping onto the gun. This does seem kind of strange, huh? Okay, boss, I'm just tired. So, hey, while that's the save, good night, everybody. Ending stream here Sunday. We pick up Miles Morales in Spiders Man. Call it early. I mean, yeah, like 15 minutes early.
But just, yeah, sure. Totally. Love you all, be good people. Miles Edgeworth. An interesting case, to say the least.
Just the fact that I'm, hammered out of my mind. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Toodle pip. Kiss, kiss. Bang, bang. Good night.